Okay, now that we've had a second to breathe here, and I posted the initial video just to my live reactions to these things, I wanted to kind of do more of an in-depth analysis of this trailer and what this killer could be, because there are some things that I've missed, and there's some things that we can actually observe from the situation. First of all, this shot right here, this looks like a new map, and this looks like unlike anything we have ever seen in Dead by Daylight. I'd expect this to be more of like a futuristic kind of map, right? Because there's this idea with the singularity that there's a rapid rate of technology, meaning that this is going to take place sometime in the future.
It wasn't programmed to harm the crew.
Also, I didn't say this initially, but listen to the first words of this trailer.
It wasn't programmed to harm the crew.
It wasn't programmed to harm the crew. So Gabriel Soma comes from a crew, and somehow this piece of technology, this singularity, was on board of a ship, it sounds like.
It was supposed to help us build a safer home.
It was supposed to help us build a safer home. So it looks like they went to some other land with the ship and this creature that was supposed to help them build a safer home. And then all of a sudden it turned on possibly everyone. I don't really know what happened to his crew, but this killer was this singularity seems to have turned and maybe done a mutiny on whatever ship or mission that Gabriel was on.
Something happened. It became self-aware.
It became self-aware, so that's talking about AI and just the ability to become self-aware. I find that to be really interesting in regards to the story of this killer. It does kind of give me like Alien vibes, right? Like there's like this monster aboard a ship, which is kind of worrisome. That this is kind of this backstory is somewhat lining up with Alien. I don't think that this map would make sense with an Alien chapter, but there's all these rumors, right, that like the 20th century deal was scrapped for Predator, and we got Skull Merchant. And if this is too similar to Alien, which we'll find out actually as we learn more about this, that would suggest that maybe it was supposed to go Predator Alien, right? These are unconfirmed things, but these are just kind of rumors and talks amongst the community.
It was supposed to,
like this looks like the scenery for a new map, right? Especially since it's showing us this survivor on a generator. It appears that this is going to be a brand new realm coming to Dead by Daylight, which is really exciting. I think that we're really in need of a new realm. We had Stranger Things, Hawkins Laboratory leave. We had a couple of maps that were rather lackluster, like just like changing one of the maps for the realm, the Macmillan Estate for Skull Merchant. And then a lot of people didn't even like the Shattered Square. So it's really nice that we're getting a new map. I hope this map is balanced and a lot of fun. I feel like it's going to be.
Something happened.
So this is Gabriel Soma right here. And it looks like it's attached to the killer in some way, meaning that the killer can launch some sort of projectile thing that can... I'm not sure if it's going to deal damage to survivors, if it's going to somehow give the killer killer instinct or something like that. I kind of get like Demogorgon Portal killer instinct kind of vibes, as well as just like the Skull Merchant's drone here. Like this is something that the killer can put into the air, maybe not even necessarily like right next to the killer, but can spawn this thing from a distance.
It has no empathy.
These are some shots of the new map. I expect to see all of these Easter eggs on the new map, and all of these are going to be part of the new killer's lore.
It doesn't feel pain.
And even if we just take a look at this map here, like it almost looks like the whole thing is underwater. I'm not saying that it is underwater, but it has this like beautiful, tropical, almost like Avatar 1 kind of vibe, which I think is kind of cool. Okay, whatever this thing is actually like shooting at the survivor. So I'm not sure if this is going to be like AI, like meaning the killer spawns this and it locks on to survivors, or if the killer can actually take control of this thing and launch some sort of attack at survivors. But Gabriel's interacting with this thing, and this thing is actually, it looks like it's going to take him down a health state. This right here, I don't know what this building, this could be the main building of the new map. It really does feel like it could be. It kind of looks similar to the Shelter Woods thing that we got for with Skull Merchant, the staircase, and just like kind of the design of it, other than the color.
It learns at an impossible rate, and it won't stop until we are dead. Or worse.
So this thing is spawning out of the ground. I know that the dredge, when you first load into the lobby with the dredge, it kind of looks like it's just spawning out of nowhere. I'm not sure if this thing's going to have the ability to teleport, and that's what we're seeing right here, or if this is just an introduction to the killer. It seems like the killer might have some sort of teleporting ability that we're seeing right there, though. So we'd have two things that happen with this killer, right? It could have the ability to teleport potentially, if that's what they're showing right here. And then also, it has this some sort of projectile motion ability that can actually lock onto survivors. As you can see, this looks like this survivor. This thing is locked onto this survivor right now. It could give the killer information as to where the survivor is. It could give the survivor a second objective. I'm not really sure. And that's the killer right there. Killer looks pretty badass. I think we need more monster killers in this game, and that is a great looking killer right there. That looks great. It does feel different than the Dredge, even though it is a monster killer. This is the second second monster killer we have in the game, not including the Demogorgon. But yeah, this is the new killer. That's the new killer's weapon, which is kind of cool. I wonder what kind of skins are going to come in with these characters. We don't know anything about their perks either. I think typically killer trailers don't really introduce perks, but kind of
It wasn't programmed to harm the
kind of
crew.
show the killer's power.
It was supposed to help us build a safer home.
I think what I'm most excited for is honestly just to see how this new killer works, as well as just the map. I think
Self-aware.
having a new map is going to be a lot of fun.
It has no empathy.
The survivor doesn't look like anything special to me,
It doesn't feel pain.
but I love the fact that it is showing a generator on this environment, indicating that there is going to be a new map, and this is the new realm. So it appears that the killer actually launched this thing from the tree line there. And it looks like there's one that's already been placed. Unless that's the same one. Is that the same one? Oh, so the killer launched this thing. It's stuck to the rock. And then this seems like a really high angle. I'm not sure if that's the same one or not. So actually, you know what? I'm not sure if these projectiles are coming from that thing that the killer launched at the rock, or if the killer themselves is actually attacking the survivor. It seems like it could be the killer's attacking the survivor, kind of like a version of the Plague almost, like Deathslinger Plague kind of vibes.
It learns at an impossible rate, and it won't stop until we are dead.
The survivor is disoriented after getting hit, so that would maybe suggest a new status effect or something, right? As soon as the survivor's hit, maybe it's they just tripped there. I'm not
It learns at an
sure.
impossible rate, and it won't stop until
But we
are
could
dead.
see some sort of new status effect come in too. I'm not sure.
Or worse.
Yeah, definitely the killer was behind this guy outside, and then the killer teleported into the room. It's really dark in this main room. We haven't seen any pallets either, so I don't know exactly what the tile setup's gonna be, but it gives me, like, you know, the Garden of Joy Victor Creel house kind of dark. Like, it's like that. Wow. It's called End Transmission. And if, you know, aesthetically, it does feel like it's most similar to the Skull Merchant, I would say. I'm really hoping that there is going to be a new map, though, because this environment looks beautiful, and it looks like nothing we've ever seen. It looks like nothing we've ever seen in this game. So, just like even the color palettes that they used to design this map, it looks beautiful. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below for how you think this chapter is going to be. Are you excited for this chapter? Do you think that the new map's going to be good? Do you think the new killer is going to be strong? Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want more content like this recommended to you by YouTube. That does it for this video. Goodbye.